What I love about the nature preserve, it's quiet, it's natural. I'm a huge outdoorsman. I love to be on the lake, I love to fish, and really I love to be here when everything wakes up. So when the birds start chirping, when the sun starts to rise, it just doesn't get any more beautiful. And you're literally just on the other side of the nature preserve. You've got all the craziness and all the goings on of vacation here at the beach. But inside of the nature preserve, the birds are flying around, they're chirping, nature's waking up. It's so relaxing to me. I absolutely love it. Today's video is very special to me. We are in my most favorite place here on the island. It might be my favorite place in the world. We are in PINES Nature Preserve. You can see behind me, we've got a lake. We are on, gosh, I don't know how many acres. There are hundreds of acres of forest preserve with 4 lakes, walking trails. There's a shell ring here. You can fish, you can hike, you can bird watch. We will do all those things. I will show you all of that. I absolutely love this place. So please stay tuned. Let's walk around. I hope that you enjoy this as much as I do. So let's talk about the lakes first, because that's really, to me and everything that I do here, that's what it's all about. I fish here. We have a little John boat, we'll call it, that we put in the lakes. We go bass fishing. There's bass, there's crappie, there are catfish. Any of your freshwater species down here in the south, you're gonna find in these lakes. We are standing on what is called Fish Island. Behind me is Lake Joe. This essentially, we'll call it the kid lake. So you can stand on those docks, you can throw out tons of crappie, bluegill, small fish. There are bass and catfish in there. Little secret, stand on the end of that dock, put a piece of pepperoni, small piece of pepperoni on a weighted hook, fire it out there as far as you can. If you wait long enough, you will have a catfish on the line. They're incredibly fun to catch. They're good fighters. They will stay deep. The kids absolutely love it. So we walked over to Lake Mary, and by walked over, it was, I don't know, 25, 30 feet. Behind me, you can see the gator boats. Essentially, we do alligator tours here. These waters are full of alligators. So if you're here, if you're in any waters here on the island, you gotta be careful. The alligators are here. You don't want to feed them. You don't want to mess with them. Certainly don't want to get close enough to try to touch them. This is their home. But we're on Lake Mary. Lake Mary is accessible by boat. You can see the alligator boats there. They are essentially electric pontoon boats. And what they will do, they'll take you around. They've got guided tours talking about not only the alligators that you're going to see and find here in the nature preserve, but I've watched them find snakes in the trees. I've watched them look at the turtles that are in the water. When alligators have had their babies, they know exactly where the dens are. They know exactly where to see the babies on the bank. It is a very cool scene, but they're very good about keeping their distance and doing the right things and being friendly to the animals. So if you're in town, if you're on the island, the alligator tour is certainly one worth checking out. So we're on our way out to Fisherman's Point. That's that island right over there. This is where we're gonna moor our boats, our kayaks, things like that. I just wanted to kind of show you how beautiful it is. This is Lake Thomas behind us. You've got this section that is here, and then you'll see once we get out on Fisherman's Point, there's a huge section on the other side that is all fishable waters, again, fresh water. So we're talking about bass, bream, crappie, catfish. I just freaking love it. So we're out on Fish Island. Here is where, if you're a resident or a property owner of PINES, you can have a boat here that you can moor and take out on to any of these lakes. Obviously you're gonna do it from here, and then you're gonna paddle or have an electric motor to take yourself out to any of these spots. We've got kayaks, canoes, fishing john boats, all of the like, all along this Fisherman's Point. You can see all the way behind me, they just kind of span all the way back there. The other thing that is great about this, obviously we're still a resort island. There's still vacationers that come back here that want to fish. There are fishing tournaments that go on sometimes back here for the kids. There are multiple spots that have purposely been opened so that you can cast your line out, not get caught in the trees. Many of these open spots are open here on purpose. There are fish attractors in there that help the kids to catch fish in these areas. Now, a fish attractor is merely some brush that is hidden in there that hopefully attracts some bait fish, which attract bigger fish, which help you to catch something. But this is Fisherman's Point. This is where I typically come most of the time. We've got a boat here, we've got an electric motor, go out, we'll fish. I've spent days and days and days and days on this water. It is, like I've said a million times, one of my favorite places to be. We'll head out to the dock, take a look around out there. So we make our way out to the dock. I will tell you that this is a very good fishing spot. If you don't have a boat, you can't get out there. Just outside of the dock, between here and that little island right there, tons of brush hidden. I don't know if you can see, hard to see the PVC pipe that's sitting back there. Yeah, there it is, right there, that little PVC pipe. There are a number of those along the banks that will show you different areas where there is submerged brush. Again, will attract fish and hopefully allow you to catch some fish and have a good time out here. But there's a number of them along the trails and along the banks here on the water. Obviously, when you're out here, wide open, you can see all of the lake all around us. This is a spot where a majority of our bird watchers are here looking around. I mean, it's just filled with nature. Obviously, it's a nature preserve. So just filled with untouched, beautiful nature.